Hey there! Welcome back to Assembly. Welcome to the final compo studio. We have just seen the final compo of the party. It was the main demo compo, the main event. Boy, was it one. We promised you, we gave you hints. Go and watch the demo compo. I really hope you did. I really hope you found a spot in front of the big screen. It was really packed.
Hard.
So all was a bit as we planned. And I have three of my BFFs here with me. Truck as always.
Hey.
I have a novice of ASD.
Hello.
And I have an evil Paul of Evil Paul.
Hello.
Hello. Gentlemen, welcome. You both had stuff in the compos. We'll get back to that. Lots of entries. Let's walk through them first. One by one, get your impressions, your visions, your fear, your hurrahs, and stuff. Let's just go in order of the compo, shall we? First one was Chromonaut by Fixilius.
Yes.
Truck, go ahead.
I can barely hear you, by the way. So if I'm, if you
I shall
say
talk
some-
like this.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you say something and I might repeat what you just said, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Okay, so what I noted early on in this that the music had some interesting sudden jumps to it, and it was interesting seeing it sync up to those. But the sudden jumps were kind of different. I don't know whether I liked it or if I just found it different. I also felt that it might have gone on a bit too long. Still an interesting production, and I'm glad I saw it, but just a kind of a different type of thing than most of the rest of the things in the compo.
It was different. To me, it felt a bit like, hey, this is a game engine that we're doing, and these are the different levels, platforms that it was showing off. It was a bit of a feeling I had. It wasn't,
Yeah.
but that's all in all. But it was a good compo starter.
It was an excellent compo starter.
I think it was a very good idea, what they're trying to do. Maybe implementation wasn't the best. I actually quite liked it. I was surprised that it was shown first, because for me it ranks maybe at the top 8. There is something in there that I really liked.
Yeah, it was a strong start to the competition. When that came on, it's like, okay, this is going to be a good competition.
Yeah.
It did kind of go on a bit too long, I think, and it was a bit samey, but the rendering, I love the rendering of it, all the nice materials and different styles. That was really nice.
Yeah, other than the length, I think the pacing was good. And yeah, I think it was an excellent compo starter to an excellent compo.
It was. Up next was Hybrid by Tati Tuho, if I do have my Finnish more or less correct. If not, sorry for butchering it. No design, only code was the comment. Design, certainly there was.
There was. It was very old schoolish.
Yep.
I liked that. It's yeah, okay. So it's a coder's demo with old school effects in it, but still, it was effective. And for code only, okay. I'm still saying it does have a bit of design in it. It's just old school design. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think it could be better without the coder colors. The colors were very green, purple.
Then you'd need a designer, and they did say that they didn't have
They
one.
say no
Yeah.
design, only code.
There we go.
So, what are you going to do?
I think I might sound like a broken record for the first 3 demos, but for all of them, I really liked the rendering. It was really tight. And you don't expect that for the first few demos of a demo competition. You expect them to be a bit rough.
Yeah.
Like firsties and things like that. But the rendering of this again, really nice. It looked really good.
Yeah, no, see, there we go. Third one, Wake Up, Rise Up by Outrun and 7DC. I love the soundtrack in this one. My 80s taste buds came up, and I'm still wondering if it was a Juno or a DX7's VSC that was in there. That's my comment on this one.
Do either of you two want to go first before I?
Yeah, you go ahead.
It was very good. It was a very good demo.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it was third. It had a beat. It had very interesting phone. Quite like they drag on a little bit. I could see what they did is that they had like 5-6 effects, and it was like a very long greetings session. But I really like. I don't know the people behind it, but it was good.
There's a reason you don't know the people behind it, but go ahead. Go.
Because they didn't make anything for 25 years.
This was their first. That was their first demo.
Yeah, so I know you have some things to say about
Yeah,
it.
I do.
But
You go ahead, sir.
Hey.
again, really nice rendering, really nice pace and energy. And I like the wake up, rise up. I like that. It's a nice kind of slogan.
Yeah, that was part of a. They had a message in it, but they didn't overstate it. They did say, "We've messed up the planet. We've messed up our minds. Wake up, rise up." It was enough just to say that. I absolutely love this demo. It's just I think this could have won Evoke if it was released at Evoke. That's how good I feel this demo was. It's an amazing first demo. Please don't take 25 years to make the next one, because I mean, seriously, this was extremely good. I thought the music was, like I said, I thought it could win. It could win Evoke. It reminded me a bit more of German music than Finnish, which is maybe why I feel it could have won Evoke. It had that Evoke vibe to it. It just really solid, really excellent first demo. Meteorix folks, please put this in for newcomer thing. I'll stop gushing now, but I loved the demo.
Good. All right. Next up, Mikucom Mundane Institute in 640 by 480. Yeah.
You want to take this one?
Yeah, you go ahead, sir.
I'm quite well qualified to talk about this one. Yeah.
Yeah, you're allowed
You
to
are.
talk about your demo.
Absolutely.
I don't really know what to say.
Okay.
It was fun. It's nice to see it on the big screen. Last year, our demo glitched quite badly on the big screen. It was incredibly depressing.
Any specific design choice for the 645 by 480?
We just love 90s demos. It's as simple as that. Software rendering, 640, 480. It's the 90s.
Yeah.
That's where we come from.
Will you apologize for Titan for stealing their joke?
Which joke?
The Sega startup sound?
No.
I really liked it. I think that if there is an injustice, it should actually end up in top 5. That's my personal opinion. It's one of the few demos in this combo, in general, in any combos that has. You see the attention to detail and the design cues, like everything is well prepared. And it reminds me a lot of the UK All-Stars stuff. I think that everything they did back then was really good, and I like these arrows flying, you know, and the vinyl player. It was, and it's unfair because it is running in obviously the platform that is much more restricted than us, you know, shaders and all that stuff. And hopefully people will see that and appreciate even more.
Throwback to the ribbons and the arrows does remind me of stuff from 20 years ago, and that all those design choices, and I liked that we brought it back to that.
There was a period in like I guess the late 90s where I think it was probably Smash.
Yes, it was Smash.
Introduced the design arrow.
Yes, he did.
Everybody had design arrows for years, and we thought we'd bring them back. We've missed them.
No. The other folks that did it a lot were multi productions, and just yeah. also liked that several of the. I mean, you did repeat a couple of the things, but they didn't really repeat. They were slightly different each iteration.
They were reversed.
Aha! It went too fast for me to catch that. Even though it was slow paced, slow brain.
Okay.
Yeah, we can move on to the
Yeah,
next.
sure. But let's see then. Crisp Nasty Bug in the PC screensaver competition.
I thought this was very clean. Just okay, maybe it was screensavers, but I thought it was very clean all the way through and just presented well. I thought it flowed well. I thought it had a good. I mean, it's called crisp. I think it's what it does on the tin.
I was sitting with a crisp guy yesterday on Cables GL over there, and he told me that's how it was made. And I saw the process. I saw the source code. It's quite impressive. I really like the bug. Actually, it was one of the few demos when I laughed in a good way. Like, it's funny. I think that the second part of the demo was better than the first. I think that with a little bit more or less is more kind of, it would have worked a little bit better.
Well,
And I completely missed this because I was busy WhatsApping people after.
no, fair enough.
Hey, it happened.
I am partly guilty of that because I also sent the message.
Well, especially since your demo had just played, you were getting 8 billion messages.
Exactly, yeah.
That's why I have to turn my phone off during these because, and I know right now I am going to receive 3,000 messages on my phone.
Okay, let's see.
Chew on it is the easier way to say it.
Yeah, chew on it. Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to, but now I won't. So anyway, yes. The story of the bread machine.
Yes. Just
It was a bit minimal. It was very finished
yes. It
in my thing. Like the entire shouting, the repetitiveness, the slamming of things, and then like the skulls eating trains of bread. It's like, okay, yes, we're in Finland.
They didn't say Leipa though, so it
That's
wasn't. That was missing from it being a truly finished demo. This is another one of those demos that was humorous but not a joke. Okay,
Yeah.
it is a joke, but it's
not.
still just also the Faryan.
Yes.
Just really good demo, and also well placed in putting it right smack dab in the middle, basically. Excellent placing for that.
I didn't know what was going on, so. Did you? I kind of guess what it is about, but not really.
It is about nothing. It is about skulls eating trains of bread.
It's about bread.
Yes,
So there's
it's
one-
about.
I completely missed
A
it.
bread demo every year, right, for the past few years. Same guy, and it's lovely.
Some comment on society and production consumption, anger.
I miss.
And
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was deep. I thought it was like literally just about bread.
Well, there were these dollar signs disappearing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then
Oh wow!
and the vault and the dollar signs and then the building
the
falling
flooding.
together with the money on top of it.
I've totally missed the subtext.
Yeah.
I think you might be reading too much into it.
Yes, I know. So, reading too much into things.
Yes.
The scrolly invitation.
Yes. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Was it the one that looked like teletext, like Commodore 64?
Like
Yes.
teletext
It
or like
started- yes.
Petsky. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the way that they used the Petsky in a modern way while still retaining the aesthetic of Petsky. We've seen a lot of good Petsky
it
demos.
was good. It was good. It was very good. And this effect that they had with the greetings, where the letters were swimming inside the letter, we're thinking, how did they even do that?
Yeah, that was. It also, as an invite, just worked. You know, you don't want an invite to. Let's put it this way. we don't want Navis to create an invite for a party because then it would just, it would ruin the invite. Everybody would be like, wow, that was just,
Now,
there's a difference between doing an invite where you just do enough to bring people into the party and utterly destroying everybody in the compo.
Don't worry, I've done bad demos. Most of them are. Don't worry. I can do a bad demo if I want to. Don't worry.
Did you go to
there's one thing that I might have
once?
completely missed in the demo. What's the date?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
So it announced the party.
Yes.
It gave a QR code to a website.
Yes.
But I didn't see a date, or I missed it completely.
I did see the date.
Okay,
it's
there.
the,
because
it's
I
the
didn't see it.
23rd of September this year.
Okay, cool. So
And it's in Espoo. I recognize this because I thought, oh, it's the 23rd. I go back to work on the 24th. But unfortunately, it's a month later. But yes, 23rd of September.
good. Then up next, Eternal Embrace Ivory.
It reminds me of this, I think, Epoch demos where it's basically deep shaders with a nice rhythm and change done very well. And I was very surprised because, first of all, of the placement. Usually you get, let's say, the more exciting demos at the end. But also, people didn't clap as much. I thought this was a really good one. It could have been a little bit better, but I actually don't know. I'm not. Maybe not. It was actually very good, I think.
First of all, I'm not sure it was Branch. I think it was Branch. Again, it's from. There are a number of Finnish sceners from a particular period of time when they just kind of did their own thing and they just gradually got better and just eventually just took over everything for a period of time. And Branch is one of those folks. I'm hoping it was Branch. I also, it did say that, what we all feel about Mog's passing because Mog passed away far too early. It's a very good way of saying we miss you. It's all. I also feel it's appropriate because 5 years ago Mog came here, and he released Colme at Assembly, and I liked the demo. I'll leave it now because I'm thinking about.
You still have to pose your questions later.
Yeah, I have the Mog thing and.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So then RT Lauren by Astral. Unreal Engine, Blender, Reno's, Helios, PS5.
I like the D&B, the drum and bass. Mm-hmm. That I like, and I thought it was. I liked what they were doing. It was an early effort, I think, into making one of the more WinAssembly type demos, where you're trying to compete at the really high level. I thought it was very good. I really liked the drum and bass, though.
I actually don't remember anything from this demo. It's almost. It was indistinguishable to the following ones, and the previous one in a not very positive way. I think the reason I don't remember much of this one is because it didn't impress me much.
Yeah, it must not have, because it's very different from the Ivory demo, and it's extremely different from the Wide Load demo.
Strange.
Yeah, this is more. There was a woman's face. I'm assuming that is Lauren, and it was featured throughout things. And then there were some squid-type characters that were moving and being rendered. I assume it was using RTX for the rendering, and thus why it was RT. Not sure, but yeah, that. Yeah, it's interesting that you don't remember much about it.
Honestly,
Paul,
sorry.
Do you remember it?
I remember bits of it. I remember the face, and I remember thinking that the camera work and the direction, certainly in some of it, I remember it as being pretty good and liking it and thinking that's a nice reveal.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, it wasn't quite there at the top, but it was moving toward, and I think a few more iterations of demos, we will see these folks making,
Indeed.
possibly winning assembly.
So we are now over halfway point of the compo. We still have some to do. One of my personal favorites from Wide Load, Prelude. Full of old school effects done in a new way.
Again, I don't remember this one that much.
Were you WhatsApping with everybody as well? Or
It could be just also that it's the middle of the demo compo,
Yeah,
and
and
you
it's
see,
from-
you remember the things from the very beginning, and the ones in the middle. When you
The
get
ones
to
in
the
the
end,
middle,
it's
no.
like,
Yeah, these two, I can tell you a lot about the last three.
Oh,
But yeah, we get to that in a second.
I also liked the demo, but I also saw a lot of it beforehand. So some of the, I like it when I see the demo on the screen for the first time, but I also like it when people show me where their work in progress. So I'm torn there. But yeah, I can't really speak to this one because I saw so much of it beforehand. I know they were working on it during assembly. So in many ways, this is a
This is a lot of party code. They came in Thursday. I met Excampo in the hotel.
Yep.
We drank until the hotel bar closed, and then they came back here to finish the demo, and then went to bed. Oh, and then went to breakfast, and then went to bed.
yeah, excellent party coded demo.
Absolutely.
No.
Then adapt, just demo it. Now! Exclamation point. Mr. Paul, you want to start on this one?
You could tell it was an adapt demo because there was a zoom.
2 zooms.
2 zooms, yeah. It's a nice effect. Yeah.
Well, it's clearly mentioned. This is the zoom.
I think it's as far as I know, because I've been watching adapt demos, of course, many years. It's the one that has a, let's say, a story. It says something. It says like, do it like this, do it like this, do it like this, and it's a clever story because it's you can generate content on this basis forever. You can say you can do this effect and then do the effect. You can do this, and it's that's a good idea. I didn't like that much the ending with the guy with the lightsaber in the black background. And I think it was repeated 2 or 3 times. It felt like somebody pressed the loop button, like loop this sequence a few too many times, and it was. And I think it was. Then it was just that done.
I was told something about that. I believe that scene is the one that they were still working on, and it didn't get in.
Yeah.
They missed it by an hour, so
Yeah.
that may be filler that we saw. But yeah, this is. I think this one will be one of those that we get a final version. That we have. This is the party version, and they need a little bit more time to actually get the final thing that they wanted. On the Zoom portion, I felt that there were a number of references in this to Zoom 3 by A&D. Not just the Zooming. Zoom 3. You remember the 64K?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, but
Yes.
the Zoom 3, really?
Yeah, there were some texts and so forth that like it's demo party and so forth that are straight out of Zoom 3.
20 years ago, Zoom 3.
Yeah, 20 years ago, 19 years
20,
ago.
20.
I mean, there was the text that said zoom at one point as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we go.
exactly.
Yeah, you may be
So-
onto something.
I think it might have been a throwback to that. Maybe it's just my brain. But yeah.
Okay. What does your brain say about Approach Point by Pyrotech?
What does my brain say about what?
Approach Point by Pyrotech. The next demo.
Okay, so Pehu came up to me at least 4 times asking me if I'd seen his demo. Pehu is very proud of having
I was
had
really,
something in this production.
Really happy to see his name. Like, oh,
Absolutely.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
doing
it-
stuff cool.
And I'm happy to see him working with Pyrotech guys, because I mean they've worked hard at making demos for many years, and Sometimes people give them crap for the way that they make demos, and it's just, it's just the way that they make demos. They enjoy making this type of demo. They enjoy making it their way. And having Pehu come in and work with them was just really cool. I also like the demo. It's a well-made demo. The other thing about it is that there was sort of this trope toward the end of the compo where loads of people putting dancers in, and we saw I hate to say it, but gradually more effective dancers, because the one that was in the Adept demo kind of, well, okay, the lightsaber thing, I'm considering a dancer, it kind of just fell flat. This one, better. The footwork was pretty good, but it also seemed a bit off with the music. I just liked it.
You still want to put in your 3 questions.
I know.
We have 3 more minutes left, so let's jump to the last demo.
Okay.
Legends of Sisyphus. Was it the Sisyphus to make the demo?
That was
Sorry,
one of my questions.
Was it A?
Was it? Chuck, go ahead.
So we'll skip the first question. Was it a Sisyphus to make the demo? Or what is the impetus of using this name for this demo?
Well, you know the story, right?
Yes, and that's why I'm asking, because it didn't seem to fit.
Well, it fits on 2 levels. The first one is what you see. So it's the story of this guy. It starts at the beginning of the day, and he goes up the mountain, and there is this interplay with the other character. The woman is like his muse, but at the same time some sort of a devil thing. So he becomes her becomes him. He keeps reaching, and he gets to the apogee, the moment of realization. He gets to the top of the mountain, like, moment, and then he falls, and then it goes back to the beginning with the life force bells and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's a metaphor for making demos, because I will do all of this, and then one day you start again from scratch. And that's we've done it many times.
I didn't see the mountain. That's how it didn't fit for me.
Well, it's not a literal mountain. This is a demo, you need to watch it twice.
Okay.
There's many details you're gonna miss. It's like...
I can't imagine anybody wanting to watch this demo twice. I mean, it just was horrible. Yeah. Trust me, people are going to watch this demo many times.
Okay.
We're short on time, so I wanted to just jump to my last question. There are lots of people that look at demos that you make, and they are so high quality, and they're just, that actually stumps them. They're like, oh, I could never do that, so they stop.
Hey, we are the same with Fairlight CNCD, so it's only fair.
I know. I'm not singling you out here. What instead I'm saying, that is not true, right? You do want other people to start and make demos and actually, you're not trying to crush people's dreams. You're trying to just make demos.
No, of course. I've been here since 2003, and I must say it pains me to see that things have changed. The scene is not dead, or maybe it's not dying, but because there are other parts, etc. But sometimes I feel, wow, if I came here today with my demo and it was 2005, wow, 2002, you look back at the pages of Poet like Back Assembly and you see legendary groups and thinking, wow, to compete against them, that would be fantastic. But we are here, we are now. Hopefully tomorrow will be a different day. I don't know. I do demos, and with some music and the other guys in ASD for us mainly. So it hopefully transcends assembly, and we will talk about our demos or whoever demos for the years to come. Maybe at revision next year, I will try to come.
We would love for you to come to revision.
Okay.
We'd also love for everybody to come to revision, but maybe not all at the same time. But we'd love for more people to make demos, and I think you said that. But yeah, you're not trying to crush people's dreams. Please make more demos. Navis would like you to make more demos.
Okay. Do you have a third question?
Nope. I will skip the third question because we don't have much time.
Oh, I think we have like 30 seconds extra.
So Navis, why didn't you bring a demo this year?
Why?
Why didn't you bring a demo this year? You normally bring a demo when you show up.
Yeah. Well, it was the right time to bring something because technology matured. The things that I do at work, this is what basically I presented today material that I do with work because these guys dancing and singing, this is scanned 3D. It's like 4D, 3D in animation. And not many people maybe are working on this in the general population, let's say. So I thought that's a good time to show it. And I've been working on this for years.
Yeah.
Not on this demo. Was a very easy demo to make. Like it was done in 1 month from my end. And not even,
Yeah,
Why
you're
would we even
you're
bother?
crushing people's dreams
no.
again.
But what I mean is that if you have the source material, the resources,
It's
everything is so
2.4
easy.
terabytes. It's fine.
Yeah, that was my question. Yeah, what is the file size on this thing?
So the demo is a bit big, but not too big. I think 500 megabytes, something like this. Original data was 2.5 terabytes, which was distilled down to, I think, 130 gigabytes, which was then compressed to that with own compression and stuff, crazy stuff that I did. So there's a lot more work than the visuals. The visuals was the easiest.
So the number on the screen of 2.6 terabytes,
5.
5,
Yeah.
that was not the size of the demo.
No, it wasn't.
It's actually
It wasn't. That would be.
right, because with all the dancing and so forth, I was like, okay, yes, there's but you actually compressed it. It isn't just streaming
Yeah, it's
off a disk.
2,700 frames of animation
Right.
in total. Yeah. And
So,
eight and
so
a
it's
half
just
minutes.
an animation, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 3D animation. It's models animating. So it's what you see is not a video. Huh? Although maybe a video would be smaller, but it plays really well on a high definition. The more you scale it up, the more details you will see. There's a reason why it's a demo. Basically, the reason it's a demo is because I cannot do animations. I'm skilled as a, let's say, programmer, but not as an animator. That's why.
Okay. Okay, so we remember you can make this in 1 month. Good. Let's slowly wrap up. Let's do final thoughts on assembly, if you feel like it. Mr. Evil Paul.
It's been a good party, generally. If they could just put like a wall between this stage and that stage, that would be awesome next
Don't
year.
forget the Rave Dome.
That would make such a difference.
Indeed.
There's been some great competitions, some really strong and interesting entries. It feels quite varied. I think, as you say, the scene is not dead. There's a lot of newcomers coming through. Feels a bit like a bit of a new breed coming through. There's some great stuff. So yeah, keep making demos.
And each country has the different groups. Like you come here and you see often Pyrotech and Adapt. I think it's my 8th or 9th time here. And it's the first time that we compete and there is no Fairlight. So I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but anyway, that's
Okay.
just to say for the record.
All right, thank you. Truck.
Assembly 2023 kicked ass.
All right. Same for me. Great party, great things here as well. I want to thank everybody for putting their entries in, for watching the compos, the folks sitting here, also the unsung heroes in the back behind this magical curtain that are doing all the streaming stuff. Sorry, I don't know your names. I haven't asked them. I will do in a second. But we have 4 or 5 people behind these curtains doing all the audio, the video. They're talking into our ear, telling me to wrap up, so I will just do that. Thank you for attending Assembly. Thanking you for watching Assembly. Thank you for your productions. These have been the Arrogant Bastards. This was Never. This was Evil Paul. These were the guys over there. Thank you all. And yeah, let's see you next year and see you at the other demo parties. Bye.